My name is John Parker Hammond. I was born on March 14th, 1928. What follows is a record of certain events in which I took part between the years 1980 and 1997 on an island I will call Site B. Site B was not to be a theme park, but a research station. This was where we did the real work. By 1989, International Genetic Technologies had succeeded in their design to genetically recreate the dinosaurs. It was an unprecedented accomplishment, the pinnacle of 20th century science, a work to rank with the achievements of Galileo or Einstein. But it was not all so easy or so simple as it appeared. One seldom hears the true history of such events. What happened at the place where the world changed? How it began? What were the reasons? What was the cost?
The person you're trying to reach is unavailable. Please leave a message after the tone.
Ann, are you there? It's Jill. Pick up the phone. God, don't tell me your mom was serious. You're in Costa Rica? Visiting the natives, huh? Sun, sand, and adventure? My little Indiana Ann, world traveler extraordinaire. Well, give me a call when you get back, okay? By the way, I thought you hated flying.
Auxilio, este es el vuelo CR-17. Hemos perdido poder en un motor. ¡Estamos cayendo!
Welcome to Trespasser, Isla Sorna, the Island of Sarcasm, and Site B.
It's warm.
The voice you're now hearing is Anne. She is our lead protagonist and quite the chatterbox, as you'll find.
I don't think I feel like swimming. Okay, I really don't feel like swimming.
Come on, Anne.
It's not like I can swim to America.
Not with that attitude. Now, if you'll notice here, this is the door that Rose wouldn't let Jack on. That is our much too small to be the actual tail end of our aircraft.
Hello? Marquez? Are you there? ¿Estás ahí? He was shouting when we went down. He was trying to level us out.
Now, in the interest of full disclosure, I actually had quite the issue getting this game to run correctly. Thankfully, there's a dedicated website called Trescom that has a group of fans who have worked to create patches and mods to not only fix the game, but actually create entirely new levels. So major props to the community at Trescom for just getting me this far. Now, obviously, level 1 is just going to be a tutorial level. I've played this game before. I've not actually beaten it. I've gotten to level 4, which kind of you'll find out what all this stuff actually is at that level. But this is just going to be a tutorial level, so you can figure out the mechanics of the game and how to play it. I won't spend a lot of time.
Foundation, here. Maybe.
Now later you'll find out what this foundation is. This was intended to be hotels for businessmen and investors. If you'll remember from the film Jurassic Park, the first film, when Alejandro prepared a delightful menu of Chilean sea bass, I believe, when they were in the VIP lounge, Dr. Grant, Dr. Sattler, Dr. Malcolm, John Hammond, and the blood-sucking lawyer. You could see around them were a bunch of displays, projections of John Hammond's ideas and plans for Jurassic Park. But that never...
It's beautiful here. Must be one of the offshore islands. Cocos, one of the Cinco Muertes, maybe.
Due to Hurricane Clarissa, Site B was abandoned. Now here you'll notice a firing range and a good collection of firearms that make absolutely all the sense in the world to be here in the middle of the jungle. Now, a cool thing about these firearms is that all the weapons in this game are actually officially licensed, so they actually have official names. So this is the 357 Smith & Wesson 686. This is the Desert Eagle, and this is the Franchi Spaz 12 shotgun used by Robert Muldoon and Dr. Grant in the first film. You'll notice that there's not actually a HUD for you to figure out how much ammo
6 left.
that you have.
Heavier than I thought. Keep it steady.
And the reason for that is to add to the realism of the survival horror game that this is supposed to be. They remove that. So how you can tell how much ammo you have in a firearm, Anne will actually count down. When she picks it up, she'll tell you it hasn't been used, feels full, feels about half.
4, 3, 2, 1. That's it.
And then she basically just counts down for you. So that's how you know that how much ammo you have. Also,
8 shots.
there is no indication of health in this game that you can see from your monitor.
8 shots.
So there's no HUD for that. Again, that's to add to the realism. So the way that you can figure out
8 shots.
how much damage you've taken or how much health you have is by looking down at Anne's breast, and you'll see that little heart tattoo there. Now, when that feels completely red, you're dead, and it'll incrementally increase as you take damage. You'll get no complaints from me out of that.
Maybe if there's a phone line or a radio.
Now, there are melee weapons in this game, like this baseball bat here. I've never actually attempted to use a melee weapon, and I probably won't as long as I have a Desert Eagle or some other type of firearm. It just seems like the safer, more logical way to go. Now, some of the avid fans of the films will notice that the foliage does not really look anything like what we saw in The Lost World Jurassic Park. The reason being is that when this game was in early production, so was the film, and Steven Spielberg had initially intended to film in New Zealand, but they went with the redwoods instead. So that kind of explains this, aside from the excess palm trees, which I'm assuming were just kind of thrown in with the idea of trying to mingle with the first film.
Engine. Some kind of... Wait. International Genetic Technologies. That was the company from the dinosaur trial. After the trial, that old guy, John Hammond, wrote a book. He said it was somewhere in Central America.
My name is John Parker Hammond. I was born on March 14th, 1928.
Oh, no. Oh, God. This is Site B. This is John Hammond's Lost World.
Now, after the San Diego incident with the bull T-Rex rampaging through the city, John Hammond wrote a book. So when you hear him speak, you're hearing quotes from that book.
There must have been something in the memoir.
A Nobel Prize or a financial empire waits somewhere in a darkened room, in a dirty, derelict building, somewhere in the Pacific.
You hear that thumping, we're going to see our first dinosaurs up ahead. Now, a lot of the puzzles in this game, because the game was, was supposed to be huge on physics, just involve these boxes. So you can, some boxes you just shoot down, others like this will just simply push out of the way. And then there we go.
Oh, man. He really did it.
Brachiosaur, oldest of our recreations by 50 million years. The only true Jurassic native.
Now that is an incredible smell.
Now, one of the issues that I found with continuity and canon in this game is that John Hammond says that Brachiosaurus is the only true Jurassic native, but that's not true. There's Dilophosaurus, there's Apatosaurus, there's Procompsognathus, and that's just to name a few. I mean, most of the dinosaurs in the Jurassic Park franchise are not from the Jurassic period. Fine, but to say that Brachiosaurus is the only one, and some people may find that to be a minute detail, but you're hearing quotes from a book that Hammond wrote about what Jurassic World calls assets, and I kind of hard to believe that he didn't know more about his assets than that.
In May, the rains came. The smell of the jungle was everywhere.
Come on, Em. Get up there. Now, up here, we're going to find our first dangerous dinosaur, Velociraptor.
I knew all along this was a stupid idea. They're probably out drinking right now. Anne? And who?
This raptor's going to be right around here. Another gun down there, another baseball bat. I don't know why there's so many baseball bats in this game. Like, people are on Site B hitting dingers or something. Yeah, there he is. Right up on him.
6.
And then he's...
8 left.
I did not mean to pull that out.
5 rounds left.
So you'll notice here that this is one of the tiger-striped raptors that you would have seen in the Lost World Jurassic Park. There's actually 3 tribes of raptors in this game, and they all look different. The 3 tribes look different, and they also behave differently. So
5 rounds left.
as you progress, the raptors do actually get more dangerous because the way that they act. In order to hunt you. These basically just come straight for you, but there are some other ones that will try to circle you.
The technology, the real trick of it, is still in there. In a darkened room, in an empty building with a dirty floor, it waits. The flashpoint, the origin of Jurassic Park.
Jeez. Some of these can be a bit of a pain.
A forest this wild, this unknown, has not been seen by any human since the great hunters of the early Pliocene.
There's another raptor around here as well. a lot more familiar with this level because I've
7. So that's what that feels like. 6.
played this level the most. Now, this being the last raptor, there's no reason to keep that because you don't keep your, or at least the last raptor of this level, because you don't keep your weapons when you progress.
Velociraptor, a small theropod native to China and Mongolia. Pack hunter, quite vicious and quite intelligent.
This was the place. This used to be just an urban myth.
Now, that's another issue with continuity and canon in this game, is because Hammond says that his cloned raptors are from China and Mongolia, but Dr. Grant is not digging up raptors in China and Mongolia. He's digging up raptors in Montana, which would have been Velociraptor anteropus and not Velociraptor mongoliensis, which would have been found in China and Mongolia.
Welcome to the city of tomorrow.
Welcome to Site B, an InGen research facility. For centuries, mankind has wondered about the dinosaurs, the largest land animals ever to have lived. Now, thanks to breakthrough technology.
Atherton Causeway. Transit from the town of Burroughs, South Beach, and Visitor Center. Opens 3/15/90. Oh, thought I about fell off there. All right, and then this at the end of this will be the end of level 1. So be careful here because I have died trying to get off there. Okay, we made it. All right, and that is the completion of level 1. So now we're going to save the game. What's something from the Lost World? This is obvious. Okay. All right, guys, and that was level 1 of Trespasser, the beach. Thank you for watching. Please do give a like and subscribe if you're interested in seeing this playthrough completed, and I'll see you next time.